Hey everybody, thank you so much for listening. This is season 4 of Off Your Flosser podcast. Go to your social media and find us. Like, subscribe, follow. We're out there everywhere.
And you can also find us on offyourflosser.com. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Carlos.
And I'm Sandy Lee.
Oh, come on. Kick that other Sandy off of here.
Okay, hold on. This is joining.
No. There's only one of me.
Thank God. All right. And I, just real quick, I mean this in the best way, and I love you like a sister. I hear you go, oh and and you disappeared, and then you text me, laptop died, and my first thought was like, dumbass,
Well, so here's the deal.
And only because we went through so many high level problems that charging it should be like a non-issue. You know what I'm saying? That's what my thought was.
Absolutely, and you're 100% correct. Here's the issue. It's plugged in. It's been plugged in. I have not unplugged it. However, when I moved the laptop, I guess yesterday, I pushed it over and it slightly unplugged it. So
okay. It's not
for
your
me
fault,
to
and
go,
I apologize, but
what's going on? But
I know. I go, what the?
Yeah.
We didn't even start.
And then I was like, gone, like magic. After all the trouble we had last night, and then this happened, I was like, are you kidding me?
I know, right? So anyway.
So episode 168.
168.
Not prime. Very
visible,
not prime.
All day long,
All day long.
Anyway,
three goes into it. Did you know that?
168 does it.
Yeah. Did you learn that little trick in math class? Like if you add all the numbers up together, and if it's a divisible by 3 number, then it's divisible by 3. That sounded stupid. For example, 168, you add all that together. The 1 plus the 6 plus the 8 is 15. 3 goes into 15, so 3 goes into 168.
Okay.
Isn't it crazy how math has those little quirks like that?
It changed in the 10 years that I was in those grades.
Between your time and my time.
Between my day, we used beads and the
abracadabra board. Abacus, yeah, that.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. I mean, but I have seen.
I hope you're kidding.
No, I have seen it, and I've seen little, and I'm not trying to be racist or anything. I think they were little Chinese kids, and they were doing complex problems with the damn beads on a piece of wire, and it was just amazing.
Wow.
Because it's like rows of them, and they were
and
they were just moving them back and forth,
right?
And they would write the number down, and you're like, "What just happened? What is that?" It was. Incredible.
I also saw it said Chinese math, but no, I mean if it's true, that's just what you saw.
It was just an observation, is what I'm saying.
It was labeled at the top Chinese math and English math or American math. And the Chinese way to do things was pretty impressive. And they got the answer a little bit before the American way. I'm decently good at math, figuring out numbers, not like what's 327 divided by 68.2, not that kind of math, but John will ask me what's 99 divided by 3, and boom, 33.
Yeah, no, you've been pretty quick with numbers. Like what you were talking about, the hey, what's this? Multiply that. There's this he's blind. He's a blind gentleman.
Oh.
And I cannot remember.
And his mind's a calculator?
No, but I mean, I've met him. He lives in Atlanta or used to. I don't know if he still does, but I haven't seen him in a while. Man, it's embarrassing. I can't remember his name. But anyway, we bring him on stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, we didn't force him. He wanted to. And people would...
He's like,
you
get
know
up here.
Get up here,
Get
blind
up
dude.
here right now. Follow my voice. There's stairs somewhere.
You know?
Get up
and
here.
We'd let him trip all the way up. No, I mean, I'm saying somebody would walk him up there. And then his thing was, like, everybody else is doing... It's an open mic, you know? So most people are doing stand-up. But he would come up, all right, give me a 4-digit number times a 4-digit number.
Ooh.
And somebody would yell stuff out. And the fun part was, and I know this is kind of messed up for me, right? The fun part, I guess maybe he did it on purpose, I don't know, was that like every fourth time he'd be wrong. You know what I mean?
Like on purpose?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it looked like he was really, and it got like uncomfortable. And it's kind of like, and you kind of feel bad for like chuckling at him, like, because you're kind of like, oh, wow, that's incredible. And he's spitting out these long 6-digit numbers, right? And you're like, that's incredible. How does somebody do that?
He's at a comedy club, right?
Right. Then he does it again.
So I guess it's okay to laugh.
And then he takes a dive on the fourth one. And you're like, is he messing around? Or is he
the world
really
may
can't
never
figure
know.
this one out? You know what I mean? Or, you know?
Yeah.
And,
or did he not carry the 2?
But he would also do this. And like, hey, what year were you born in? And you go 1973 or whatever. Or what's the day? May 5th. And he'd be like, and you could see like his eyelids flicker like in
Tuesday
the Matrix.
Or something.
And he'd be like, it was a Tuesday. And you're like, holy crap. Like I was born and I don't even know what day of the week I was born on. You know what I'm saying? Know. So yeah. That's crazy to me. How he could figure that out.
I think it's a savantism. Have you seen?
And he'd walk home. And that's ignorance on my part because I've never known any blind folks. You know what I mean? But like it wasn't like legally blind. I mean, like this dude couldn't see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just ignorance. Like we just don't know these things. But yeah, I mean,
I'm like, he's walking home in Buckhead. How do you not get hit by a car? You know what I mean? It was just.
Have you never walked down the road, come to a 4-way stop light, and you have to push the button to cross the crosswalk?
Right.
Well, they have a tone, something audible. So when you push the button, it's audible. And then when it's like on that countdown, it goes beep, 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 like letting you know you've got about 10 seconds, buddy. And then some of them actually talk. But
dude, I don't know if that's true. I mean, it sounds legit.
It is true.
But it could be kind of BS. I promise. But I've never
go
paid
to
attention
the city
to that.
and
I've
walk,
never paid attention
walk the
to
road
that.
And pay attention to the sounds and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty
I guess
cool.
If you can't see, you have to listen like a damn hawk.
Right, or get a dog.
Yeah, listen like a hawk. You know what I mean? That's probably that's not the right animal, right?
Yeah, I think hawks have the eyes.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh, Carlos, that's offensive.
I guess listen as good as a hawk sees. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
All right, let's move on. So,
but
speaking
the
of
point
eyes,
was, the dude was incredible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the take home message is that he was amazing.
There was this other dude named Bobby.
Yeah,
there was this other dude named Bobby. and he had a monkey. I told you about the monkey, right?
Yes,
Dr. Irving.
I remember the monkey. Yeah. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, he's like 32 pounds or whatever. He goes, but he's stronger than a 115-pound man. And I'm like, Jesus. Which isn't a big man, but it's 4 times its size.
I mean, it's impressive, but I think of a 115-pound man, I'm like, it's like Captain America before he was Captain America.
Right. But here's the thing. I still want to get punched in the face.
20 pounds.
No, all right. Not a weakling 115-pound man. Like an athletic 115-pound man. Like one of those Olympians or something.
saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like those Olympian boxers. You know what I'm talking about? Those guys that throw like 4,000 punches around. Those guys will punch you in the face before you even see it coming. 82 times. The point is, and he could jump. I mean, it wasn't like he was. So he had. You know what he had? Like he was a legit. It was I mean, it wasn't like he had a wild monkey on the thing. He had this thing for maybe 20 years, right? And it's like a therapy monkey, and he takes him in to go see kids that are sick and dying and that type of thing, you know. And he would, you know, work on donations or whatever, and I'm sure he lived off it. But the point is that he would do good stuff with the monkey. But he had on, he had a belt. You know, like
he would do good stuff with the monkey. I mean, you know, come on.
Because you could do evil things too. Like you could have a music box and train him to do pickpockets. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, like Family Guy. They get the monkey that hides in the closet. Evil monkey. Oh Lord.
But the dude would drive around, and he had like a cage in his car. I guess it's a cage. You know, I don't know if that's politically incorrect, but he had to keep him safe, right? Mm-hmm. But he would pop out, and the monkey had like a little mini white lab coat. I gotta find your picture, dude.
All right. Then, I mean, I can picture a monkey in a lab coat.
But this is the part that made me laugh, is like, because he was all tame, and he's going to go see sick people and that type of thing. But yet he had on like a harness, and the harness had one of those big carabiner things, like a mountain climber thing.
Yeah.
And it was attached to him with this thick ass like green rope, like mountain climbing rope.
Okay.
So, I mean, was that to keep him from running away, or to keep him from attacking people? You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, could go either way.
You don't want him getting worked up, and then he would go on stage and do his pitch, and he'd give him a lollipop, and it would eat the lollipop, right?
He's a doctor, though, right? The monkey.
The monkey, yeah.
Well, then he had to have taken the Hippocratic Oath, so he's not going to hurt anybody. First, do no harm.
And he had a little electric shaver.
Maybe it's
and shave his face, so you could see his face. You know?
He shaved his face.
Yeah.
I wonder if he.
It sounds like I'm making this up, but I'm totally not. I mean, I met some incredible characters, dude.
I wonder if he was just obeying leash laws or something.
I don't know, but I appreciated that he was always attached to the dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because you don't want the monkey to get loose and, you know, go eat all the bananas at the grocery store and cause a food shortage.
Jump on your table and eat your cheesecake or something. I don't know, but
Did he wear a diaper?
Yeah, he did actually. I don't know how we got talking about Bobby and Dr. Irvin.
You know how we don't have kids, so I told John one day, I said, we should get a monkey. And he was like, no. I was like, yeah, it would be wear a diaper. It'd be like, you know, our kid. And he was like, no. Well, I think it would be cool, but whatever. And then he talks about eating faces off and stuff. 20 diapers a day?
Yeah. I think that's the number he used to throw around.
Wow.
That's a lot
of
monkey shit, dude.
Invest in Pampers. Oof.
Yeah, so you got to feed him. And I don't know what a toothless monkey eats. And now that you think about it,
mushy fruit.
I guess bananas would be the perfect food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Slightly overripe.
Yeah, because you don't really need teeth to eat bananas.
Not really. How did we get on this, Carlos?
These weird people that I met, man. So I don't know.
So, did you notice my glasses?
Honestly,
normally, yeah, honestly, jeez.
No, but I mean, I think that has to do more with the quality of your camera, other than the style of the. No offense, I'm not saying go out and buy a damn 4K thing. I'm just saying. They look like glasses, dude.
You almost made me spit my coffee out. Damn.
Are they new or something? I mean,
no,
I'm in a goofy mood.
So you remember?
Because I think I slept 3.5 hours. I'm so tired.
I couldn't sleep either, but I think it was because I was drinking coffee all day. But my glasses were clear. They had the clear rims. I mean, you could still see them, but they were clear, and these are the dark ones. These are older glasses because, and I'll have to send you the little picture I made, but somebody sat on their glasses.
They look good though.
Thanks. Trying to make up for.
No. I mean, what happened to the other ones?
I sat on them.
You sat on them. I thought so.
I sat on them. For some reason, and I don't know. No, it was me. Nobody else to yell at. But I put them on my bed. I don't know why. I put them on my bed, and then I went to the bathroom, came back, sat down, and I was like, whoa, I sat on my glasses. And guess what? I put them on, and one of the thingies just broke off. Remember that pair I had? That was my favorite pair, the ones that, remember I went through the whole episode with one thing missing?
Oh, yeah.
I almost did it again, but then I was like, no, I can't do that. That's a rerun. But these are not as strong as the other ones I have, but they'll do. I ordered more.
I mean, do you need heavy-duty glasses? What are you doing with your face?
What am I doing with my face?
You just put them on and then take them off before you go wrestle or something. I mean, what are you doing with your glasses?
Well, apparently I sat on. The other thing is, so my Norwex window cloth is amazing to wipe my glasses. So, and I guess I'm an aggressive wiper.
Are you one of these smudgy people where like I'm like that? If
I hate smudges.
A fingerprint or something, it just drives me bananas. And if I see like a little haze,
these have scratches on them, and it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So I maybe I'm an aggressive wiper. That doesn't sound right.
It sounds uncomfortable.
I'm an aggressive
in so many
wiper.
different ways.
So
you know?
I pull my glasses off and I go, ha, ha, and then I wipe them, but I can hear them like crickle, crackle, like as I'm wiping them, and I'm like,
you torturing the plastic.
I feel like I am, and then I sat on them, so I mean, nothing's gonna survive that.
And you get those strong ass hygienist fingers, yeah, dude. I mean, you need metal glasses.
True.
You know what I mean?
Maybe yes,
like
they should be metal or extremely flexible frames. Well, then the lens would pop out a lot. Or I could just be more careful, but
you know, I've seen those titanium deals. Have you seen those where you can twist them up?
Yes.
And I don't know how strong are those, but it sounds like it takes a fair amount of flexing before you jack it up.
Yeah, I should look into that, but I'm still in the magnifier reading glass category. I feel like eventually I'm going to need some actual like prescription lens type glasses. And if I go that far and have to spend that money, then I shall get some pretty durable ones, I feel like. Because I might sit on them again.
All right, dude. Titanium glasses, ultra lightweight collection, built to last. That's what you need right there, bro.
Does it say in there you can sit on them? I needed to specifically say that.
I mean,
up to like 450 pounds, just in case.
I mean, now you're asking too much out of simple glasses. You know what I'm saying? And who's sitting on your lap? You're going to add up to 450 pounds.
I mean, maybe I'll get a gorilla.
You know?
I think they weigh more than that, though.
Yeah, full.
All right.
I don't know.
I needed to have a 800-pound weight limit on the glasses.
You need safety glasses. Then you need goggles. You're out of glasses now. You're on some sort of industrial type eyewear.
I should just get LASIK and just be done with it. That's what John told me.
That's true. But anyway, I ordered the Apple Card. You know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what that is.
Apple has a bank, I guess, and you know that new laptop that I just picked up.
Yeah.
They have like 0 APR if you buy it, with that. So
for how long?
I think it's a year. And they took a big chunk off with the other one that I had, the trade-in, right? And I could have paid the whole thing off, but I was like, really? That's it? I was like, all right, we'll do it. Plus, only because the card is pretty badass, dude. It's titanium.
Gosh. Yeah.
Like the card is titanium, right?
You're a slave to like technology, aren't you?
There's no numbers on it.
Let me see it.
I don't have it yet. I don't have it yet.
So they told you it's titanium.
Why would Apple lie, dude?
To get more money?
That's
why the phones
to get the card.
only last 2 years. It's like as soon as the 2-year mark, it goes, okay, time for a new one because I'm about to break. Hey.
Well, I think they got caught doing that, but so I mean, I think they slowed down and they were intentionally not updating certain things, and you know what I mean. You know, what business doesn't do a little of that? You know, like cars don't last as much as they used to back in the day.
No. I think it's just because they're using cheaper materials for the cars. Because you remember that when I broke down on the side of the road, John had to come save me.
Oh, yeah.
Like Superman. It was because the part was plastic. Like parts that used to be metal are now plastic. So yeah, of course things aren't going to last as long. Ugh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's strong industrial nylon-filled plastic. No, it's still plastic, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the operative word here is plastic.
If I can pick at it with a pocket knife and shave chunks of it off, then yeah, it's gonna it's gonna break off. Do you want to talk about what happened at the house, or do you want to skip over it?
What happened? What are you talking about?
It's your house. Your dog?
Oh. You didn't say dog. Yeah, it sucks, but I think it's one of those, it's definitely everybody who's been a pet owner has probably gone through it or is going to go through it. I mean, there's no other way around it unless you give your pets away before they pass, but Max had gotten to a point where he couldn't walk anymore, and he's always been a slave to treats. Like, you give him treats. Sorry, got a hot flash coming on. I gotta fan this out a little. So anytime you have treats, he is all about treats, and he will, like, you hear a crinkling wrapper from 3 rooms away, and he's there in 2 seconds. That's just how he is. Well, it got to a point where we were having to carry him to go in and out, to go potty and stuff like that, and he had some accidents, and he couldn't really get up on his own anymore. He could, but with real effort. And then, I would put treats near him, and he could not get up to get them. So we made the decision to put him out of his misery, because he was not living his best life. And, when your pet is not living its best life, and it's not going to get better. It's different if, he could have, had some miracle cure or something that it would extend his life, and, he'd live another 10 years, that sort of thing. But, he was 13 and a half.
Yeah, it's a tough
decision,
tough. Man. Yeah. And you have to be the adult and go, what's best for them, and
right.
And sometimes letting them go, and it makes me wonder sometimes. And maybe this is a heavy ass question, but it's sort of like, how come they don't do that for people? You know what I'm saying? I
knew you were going to say that. That is a heavy question, and part of me is like, we should be able to, because, if somebody's suffering, why are we letting them go through that? Especially if they are ready to go.
Yeah. They
are not going to get better, but only worse. Like, how do we not have that same dignity, respect,
and mercy,
love, mercy?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
For people. And it's a huge, complicated discussion. And, but I mean, I know exactly, what you're thinking about it. 'Cause anyway, it's been very quiet around here, because, he would bark and he whined constantly, and I couldn't tell. He would whine when he needed something, so if he whined, I would pick him up and see which direction he would go. So he'd either go get water or go outside, but then he would just whine and whine and whine, and so we would give him food each time he'd whine, and he'd still whine, and I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. And I would give him baby aspirin, which, talk to your vet before you do that, but and he would still whine. So I don't know if it was a pain thing or if he just wanted more treats. I really don't know.
Sounded like Buddy wasn't comfortable, man.
Yeah, he and if he wasn't awake and whining, he was asleep. And the thing was, the kicker, I guess, is when he would sleep and dream, his feet were just twitching.
Yeah.
So you knew in his dreams he was running after stuff.
Chasing a rabbit down,
Yeah, and he absolutely could not do that in real life. So,
that sucks, man.
It does. John took it really hard because we got Max together. We went to the Humane Society when I was still in hygiene school, so in 2009, and he was 6 months old when we got him. So he's just this little pup.
Oh, man.
And he was a little shit.
Oh, I bet. Yeah,
but the one story, John would drive. It was about an hour and 15 minutes for him to drive to see me, like on the weekends or something. And one time he left my house to go back home, and he said that Max like pooped all over his truck, and it stunk so bad he had a little dog bed in the truck for him. And he said he had to throw that away, and he like tried to wipe it out as best as possible, but he had to drive home with the windows down.
Oh,
and it was winter. It was cold. So it's one of those funny stories.
Yeah.
That you remember about him. But yeah, you can flash up I'll send you a nice picture of Max.
Sure. I'll put it up.
Yeah. But yeah, it's rough, But like I said, I mean, we're going to have to do it 3 more times because we have Shelby, Abby, and Parker. And then we've got Sasha, the kitty cat. Yeah. I think cats typically live longer, but she's a bigger one, so I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Try not to think about it, though.
We had to do that for Goose, I don't know, a couple of years ago, man. It seems like 2 months ago, but it was, I want to say early 2020. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I guess it has been a while.
That sucked. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He was a big boy. That was a big traumatic thing. So now we have 3, Cocoa Butter and Snickers, right?
Yeah.
My wife was at work the other night, and she sends me a text. And, I love her, but she's crazy, right? She had our dog's DNA tested.
Yeah.
So she sent in she sent me a screenshot of the report for Butter.
Like 23andMe for dogs.
Yes, and his picture is him on his back looking at the camera like this, and I'm like, why would you pick a picture of him upside down? You know what I mean? And it says we detected 17 breeds in Butter's DNA. 25% Chihuahua, 18% Bichon Frise, right?
Frise, yeah, Bichon.
9% Poodle, toy and miniature, 7% miniature pinscher, 6% Australian cattle dog, and it gets less and less from there, right?
Wow, yeah.
And 17, so he's a mutt's mutt. That's why he doesn't look like anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you saw him, he looks like he's got like a stupid face. Not a stupid face, but like he looks kind of like, I don't want to say dumb because that's mean, but I'm just saying he's kind of like a goofy looking face, right? Yeah. And he's real super cute, and he looks like a golden lab, but just like 30 pounds. But if you let him outside, and he's loud as all get out. So when he goes off, it makes your heart stop for a second. I mean, it's so loud.
Ugh, Shelby's is like that, and then in this house it echoes. It's
if you see somebody outside and you're eating, and he looks out the dining room window, dude, and I'm like, Butter, Jesus, man, and it's startling. It's so loud, but he's a good boy most of the time, And then this is the part that made me laugh. And then she did Snickers DNA, right? Mm-hmm. And it's 83% Chihuahua, 5% Dachshund, 3% Siberian Husky, which I don't see at all.
Wow.
Miniature Pinscher and Rat Terrier. I can see all that, right? She's like a little, little fat, chunky thing, right? And
but Husky?
And she said,
got a little Husky?
Yeah, where did that come from?
Wow.
Little Husky, little Siberian action going on?
Somebody must have got out of their pen.
She said, I paid a little bit extra, and I found Snickers' brother, right? And I go, shut up.
Oh my gosh.
And then she goes, I added their pics to their profiles. I go, that's ridiculous. And then it says Puddles is Snickers' brother. And
Puddles?
Yes.
Oh boy.
I said her brother's name is Puddles and he lives in Michigan. Dude,
you should have a
I want to laugh every time I say that because it's the craziest thing. You know what I mean? So there's no picture of Puddles.
Yeah.
And so she wants to reach out. The point is that that's even a thing nowadays. She found
because
his genetic. Now, my question is, are they just saying that? You know what I mean? Or is it legit? Because I know people that have found family members through like Ancestry.com. You know what I mean? I personally know people. Yeah. I'm not going to get into it. But it's
pets
a
are
real
different.
thing.
You don't adopt or get a puppy thinking that somebody's going to randomly find you in the future and go, oh my gosh, I have their brother. There's probably 46 brothers out there because, mom probably had 16 litters.
I never thought about that. Yes. It's not
like,
just
are we
one
all
batch.
going to have a meetup? And I mean, the dogs aren't going to care. Like, they might remember each other, but depending on how long it's been, you know what I mean?
Here's the thing. I don't think she's that old. So when they said that it's her brother, and I'm like, what the? And
Puddles?
what it is, Puddles is from an earlier batch. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Dude, I'm tripping
it's
right
like
now, man.
Daddy went and had a second family. So, yeah, I've got a brother or a sister, but they're 20 years older than me.
Yeah. Or they had Puddles when they were in high school. And then, you know what I'm saying?
And then they had the next wave.
And then Snickers came along when they got jobs and finished college. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think you should have a reunion? And all of Snickers' mom and dad, like, the litters get together?
Dude, that's crazy, man. And
it's a puppy family reunion.
It's funny to me. It's just absolutely, just a wild thing. And it kind of made me sad because if you think about it, all dogs are orphans.
I mean, my friend's got a puppy that's not an orphan. They kept one of the puppies.
And I'm using human emotional stuff to it, right?
Right. Yeah, they're all adopted.
But no dog is rarely raised by their parents and knows your grandparents. Every dog is like a homeless kid. You know what I'm saying?
Not for my friends. They have a chocolate lab and a basset hound.
That's a fancy people.
They were they came home one day and the dogs were locked up. They were about to get her fixed, but then this happened. And she ended up having a bunch of puppies. And so they kept one of the puppies. So this puppy has mom and dad at home with them. All the other litter mates are now adopted orphans.
Wow.
But they're not bastards. They know who their parents are.
I got you. And I'm not trying to, make anybody, because, I mean, all my dogs are pound puppies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I bought one gourmet dog in the 90s. And it was a Rottweiler. Did I ever tell you about Maggie?
Oh, no, but I love Rottweilers. Love them.
And my dad kept her, in the backyard. And, she slept indoors, but she had a little yard to play in and that type of thing. My dad got her out for a drive, and his car, some plastic part broke on it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And he had to pull over. Mm-hmm. And I think it was something like a major thing, like a belt, wheel, or a cog.
Yeah, like the cart would not go.
Yeah, so he had to go get, take it somewhere. So he didn't bring a leash.
Yeah.
So used his belt or something, piece of rope.
Yeah.
Or my dad's one of those dudes that just has random shit in his trunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude, you got duct tape in a pipe wrench for? He's like, you never know. And I'm like, you never know what? You got to fix a leak somewhere? You're not even a plumber. What are you talking about? So he rigged up some sort of leash thing.
Yes.
And he's walking down the street. The dog gets away from him somehow.
Ugh.
At this point, she's like 9 months. Darts out, and this is kind of it's not funny, but it's ironic. Darts out between two cars, gets hit by a couple young dudes in a lowrider. No joke, no exaggerate, legit a damn lowrider. You know what I mean? Like a little Toyota,
like after the song,
Super or something. You know what I mean? Not an old Chevy, but you know those cars that are flattened out, and it was like with those real loud ones. Anyway. Mangles her up, and she lasts a little bit, and there was nothing they can do, you know. Yeah. And I was at work. I was about to move. I wasn't about to move. I still had some ways to go before I left for Cuba, and I was going to take her with me to Guantanamo Bay, you know. Because my wife was pregnant, and we were going to have my daughter. The point is, my little brother comes to the store where I was, working at. I was working at my buddy's furniture store, and I used to just drive for him. I got to tell you about him too. And so my brother Javier comes in and he's like, "Hey man, Maggie's dead." I'm like, "What do you mean she's dead?" He's like, "She got hit by a car." And I was like, "Can I go?" He's like, "Yeah, go see what's going on." And I get home, my stepmom's bawling, and my dad doesn't even want to talk. And I'm like, "What the hell? What happened?" And he tells me, and I was like, So
it's rough.
Anyway, yeah. And but it's not. She was a puppy. She's like 9 months old. It's just a beautiful. And then and it's not the money, but it sucks because you sort of, I don't want to say value them more, you know what I mean? So I was like, I didn't get another dog for a long, long time after that, But anyway, so that was the last dog gourmet dog that purebred with all the papers and all that stuff. But anyway, so go back to tragedy. Sorry, I didn't mean to linger there.
I was going to say that all of our dogs have been rescues except for Parker. Parker is I want to think that he's a reincarnate of Polly, who I had all through hygiene school and before. She got me through some rough times, but Parker looks like Polly. I was on puppyfinder.com, which don't do that unless you're really ready for a puppy, and saw him, and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks like Polly, I have to have him. So we ended up getting him, but he was cheap, like he was $300 or something for a pure Schnauzer. He was supposed to be a mini Schnauzer. I don't know if I've said this before, but mini Schnauzer are like 15 to 18 pounds. This big boy is 30 pounds. So I'm like, breeder person, I think you did something wrong. Because she goes, the mom's 13 pounds, the dad's 15 pounds, so he'll be around that. No. He was like 10 pounds when I got him. He's a 30-pound big boy. So.
Yeah. Just,
Yeah. But what are you going to do? Give him back? No, he was already attached.
Yeah,
him, not me. I mean, I don't get attached.
Oh, I know. Shoot, I don't buy that for a second. But yeah, so the up and down world of
of pet
ownership.
Yes.
So I think a lot of people go through it, and it's a traumatic thing. But I'll say this: I think it teaches you, or reminds you, of the limited time that you have on this planet. So and I'm not trying to get philosophical. I'm on this new thing where I'm kind of, I think it's called stoicism, and I'm not a practitioner, and I don't know everything about it, but it's sort of like, you live with the fact. I think I mentioned this before, that you're going to die someday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you try to make the most of being in the moment. You know what I'm saying? I think I had this conversation with Charlotte. That's why I feel like I've had this conversation before. And you just try to make every moment count and live present and enjoy it, because you can't change the past. The future's uncertain. All you have is right now. So just be a civilized human being, and
Yeah, they said there's a meme that says don't think about the past. It only brings depression. Don't think about the future. It only brings anxiety. Focus on the present, or something like that. And
that's the type of philosophy.
Yeah.
Philosophy.
Yeah. I'm having a little anxiety because I go back to work next week.
But get up early, start stretching.
I wish I was
or something.
retired.
Yeah.
But I've discovered that if I were retired, I would be probably the laziest retiree in the world. Because I've literally
be a lazy person.
Yeah, I've literally just put pictures up here, decorated, and then sat on my booty. I mean, I was supposed to recover, so that's what I was supposed to do. But I know that I probably would have been doing that anyway.
Yeah. Like when the pandemic hit and I was home for 2 months, right? Yeah. I was like, I'll read a book or maybe, I binged learn Netflix. A new skill or something. And what I did learn is that I'm just a lazy shit. And you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
It was cold and I was sleeping in and just stayed up late. I didn't know what day it was. It was fantastic, man.
Yes. It has been similar to that, yes, lately. Except I couldn't move around. It's different. It's very different when you're at home and you're not sick, you're not healing from whatever, and you're just there. But it's a little different when you're sick and you can't really do anything, so that makes it worse. Like for the first couple weeks, I couldn't drive, so I was just stuck here. But then, I could drive, so I would go to the post office or go to meet my friend and have lunch or something like that. So it's totally different when you have capabilities versus not having capabilities.
Right. All you need is some car keys and a titanium Apple Card, bro, and we hitting these streets. You can
change the world. Your world.
Hitting these streets, That's funny. That's funny. Well, so you're all good. You're ready to rock and roll.
There's a couple times, like if I move a certain way, sometimes it can be a little like whoa, I need to, not move like that.
Slow down.
I'll be curious to find out how I do leaning over patients and stuff like that. Because there's one scar right on the front of my stomach that I feel like I would bump into their head, like when I'm like reaching or something.
Yeah.
That might, wake me up a little. But other than that, I'm doing fine.
Go slow. And if a patient has an angular head, like they got sharp creases,
like a cone head.
Yeah, let's somebody else see them.
How did they do dentistry on cone heads? Because you can't sit at 12 o'clock. There's no way you'd be able to reach. So I guess you had to do everything at like
3 or 9, dude.
Right.
11 maybe. You side saddle
10, 11, yeah. 10, 11, just, 2.
You do the best you can.
Yeah. And do you remember the movie? They had like rows and rows of teeth. Yeah.
I don't remember that, but it sounds familiar. Like, I don't remember seeing that, but it sounds vaguely familiar. But it could have been a horror movie that I saw that. It could have been like Pennywise. Pennywise had a bunch of teeth too.
The internet's giving me trouble. Are you back?
No, yeah. What I'm saying, didn't Pennywise have a bunch of teeth like that?
Yeah, they were sharp and scary looking.
Dude.
Ugh. I guess people are waking up. My internet's starting to sketch out.
Starting to sketch out?
Are you there?
We can wrap it up if you like. Yeah. I think it's time. We need to wrap it up.
Yeah. I was going to say, with all those rows of teeth, and then your dentist goes, yeah, you got 45 minutes for this new patient. And you're like, what? Yeah, I think I would quit right then and there.
I need an FMX, and it's going to be about 82 pictures. So
yeah, and I need you to open that contact between 2,072 and 45 in the front row and the 7th row.
I knew you were going to say
Anyway,
that.
I guess we better get off here. Episode 168. So we have a couple things in the works for entertainment purposes. Hopefully that'll pan out, and then we'll have something else to throw at your ears, right?
Yeah. And we can have a call-in. We have call-in capabilities. So if you want to be live on the show, and I think if we get somebody, we can coax someone to call, and we'll have a question and answer, and you can call in, give your opinion or whatever. Or we can call somebody and have them pretend to call in, you know.
So once we figure out the particulars on some of those ideas that we have going on, we will post about it. So go follow our page on Facebook. And then we've got our Instagram if you want some chuckles from funny memes and that sort of thing. And then we have our website, offyourflosser.com. Check out our preferred partners, stuff like that. Right?
Yeah. Dude, all right, we're debating, right? Can I just say it? I'm going to say it. Okay. I want to do a sort of, not an advice show. It's going to be more of what's Carlson and Sandy Lee's opinion? What's the OYF opinion or the OYF opinion? Yeah. And we're trying to make it funny. Or we tell true life,
we talk about
crime stories.
True life dental crimes. So it can be, it's basically centered around dental professionals who have committed crimes, murder, drug rings, stuff like that.
Embezzlement. That's probably a thing, right?
Yeah.
Stealing.
I mean, there's a bunch of stuff out there. And it stems from people really enjoying murder mysteries and true life crimes, stuff like that. So, but we'll figure it out. I mean, there's a way to do it. I think
one way to do it.
Yeah.
I knew a janitor in this office I worked, and he would whistle, and it wasn't any particular tune. It was just like a murdery kind of tune. You know what I mean? And I asked the doc, I said, "Hey, dude, what's the deal with this guy?" He goes, "Well, story has it that the doctor who owned this building before we got it was being extra friendly with one of the female employees, right?
Okay.
And this guy, the whistler, walked in on him, right? So now he whistles to let everybody know where he's at so they can lock the doors or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, how long ago was that? And he's like, it was like 20 years. And I'm like, and he's still whistling? You know what I mean?
I mean, hey, old habits die hard, right?
So that's the legend, I guess. I don't know how true that is, but I can totally see that happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So some old dude just scared he doesn't want to see that again, you know?
If I'm like walking around a corner that is a big time traffic jam or traffic accident type corner in the office, I'll like cough. That way people know I'm coming. So, I mean, it's the same concept.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
all right,
we'll figure it out.
Cool. I'll look it up.
All right, what do you think?
Right. I think it's good. I think it's time to get the day started, folks, because it is not even 8 o'clock
7 a.m. here. 7 a.m. here.
Let's make it happen. Guys, have a great day.
Episode 168 is in the books now.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
And as always, go floss yourselves.
Yeah. Go floss yourselves.